In a South Korean entertainment world known for surprises, rumors, and unexpected events, there is one moment that suddenly steals the public's attention throughout 2025. A private conversation between Moon Jae-young and Cha Eunwoo that was leaked to the entertainment media. A sentence that sounded simple but full of emotion. "Did you say that? Cha Eunwoo? I can't believe it," suddenly became the center of global conversation, from Korea to the United States, fueling speculation, curiosity, as well as a surge of emotion from fans who followed the two's journey for a long time. A close source revealed that the remarks came out at an unplanned moment, when Cha Eunwoo and Moon Jae-young reunited after a long time away from appearing together in public. A reunion that looks ordinary becomes so extraordinary because of Ji-young's tone of voice, her facial expression, and the long silence after, as if harboring a much bigger truth than just the conversation of two fellow artists. To fully understand what happened, we need to look back at their relationship, which has been marked by years of closeness, friendship, romance rumors, to emotional moments that have never completely faded from the memory of fans. The story of Eunwoo and Jae-young's closeness can never be separated from the great project that brought them together, the drama True Beauty. The play was not only a global success, but also created a chemistry that even critics called too real for an act. The audience took their eyes off the screen not to breathe, but to digest how these two actors were able to present an interaction that felt alive, warm, and natural. Since then, rumors of a relationship between the two have never subsided, but both Eunwoo and Jae-young always responded with a small, ambiguous smile. A smile that didn't give an answer, but it also didn't rule out the possibility. Words like, "We are very close," or "He is someone nice and I appreciate it," are heard many times, and yet none of them opens the slightest door that leads to confirmation. They lived each other's lives, growing into ever greater careers, but the shadow of that togetherness always followed. No matter how much time passed or how high they stood at the peak of each other's popularity, 2025 has been a very emotional year for Cha Eunwoo. He appeared at APEC 2025 as a representative of the younger generation of South Korea, presenting an inspiring message, while showing a more mature side of himself. The public spotlight is sharpened when various emotional moments involving his family, health, and career journey sticking out to the media in the midst of that rush. He led a much calmer life than in previous years. She rarely appears in variety shows, posts little content on social media, and focuses more on international film projects that require her to live temporarily abroad. Many fans felt that Eunwoo was harboring something, a change, a decision, or perhaps a feeling that he wasn't ready to express. When he returns to Korea to attend a special event that brings together several popular actors and actresses in the Korean drama world, Moon Jae-young's name finally re-enters the orbit of his life. The fans present saw their interaction, simple at first glance, but full of meaning. Eunwoo's gaze seemed to melt the atmosphere as Ji-young stepped into the room. Jae-young is seen straightened his shoulders, displaying a slightly stiff but warm smile. A smile that only appears when one confronts someone who once meant so much. Some Korean media reported that the two had talked for a long time in a closed lounge area before the event began. No cameras captured the conversation live, but an event staff member accidentally heard Jae-young's tone of voice change slightly higher than usual, followed by a surprisingly long silence. The sentence sounds clear. "Did you say that? Cha Eunwoo? I can't believe it." The source described that Eunwoo looked down for a few seconds before looking directly into Jae-young's eyes. The expression was not the expression of an idol in front of the camera, but the expression of someone who was confessing something that he had kept for a long time. Although there is no footage or full details, reconstructions of the situation from several witnesses suggest that Eunwoo may have revealed an emotional truth he had been holding back. Whether it was feelings, plans for the future, or a confession he had never told. The biggest rumor that immediately circulated, Cha Eunwoo expressed the feelings he had been harboring. Not the first rumor, of course, but this time the intensity of the reaction was different. Fans of various online platforms began to connect the dots. Eunwoo, who looks more mature and calm since APEC 2025. Asterisk emotional expression of her mother who cried happily when she saw Eunwoo's development. Eunwoo has stated several times that he wants to be more honest with himself. Jae-young, who in recent months has been seen attending events more often without a management companion. Mysterious Ji-young's post, "Be honest, even if the truth scares you." Asterisk speculation grew stronger that Eunwoo might reveal something he had been holding back, that those feelings had never gone away. But there's another version of the rumor that surfaced, that Eunwoo revealed another important plan, something that surprised Ji-young to the point that he uttered the now viral phrase. Some of these speculations include, Eunwoo will be conscripted sooner than expected. Eunwoo is going on a long hiatus from the entertainment world. Eunwoo decides to take on a global project that requires a long-term commitment. Eunwoo admits the mental struggle he has been hiding all this time. Eunwoo asks Ji-young to wait, and no one knows for sure which one is true. But Ji-young's reaction is definitely not an ordinary reaction. "I can't believe it" is not just a surprised expression. It is a sentence spoken by someone who hears words that touch his emotional core. When the event began, the public saw these two figures walking side by side entering the main room. Despite keeping a professional distance, something is different. Eunwoo occasionally glances at Ji-young, while Ji-young looks calmer yet slightly holds back a smile whenever the camera points at them. In one of the short interview sessions, Ji-young was asked about rumors of an acting project reunion with Cha Eunwoo. He answered with a small smile, "If the time is right, who knows?" But what made the fans speechless was the expression of Eunwoo, who was right behind him. He looked at Ji-young as if there were 1,000 unspoken words. Those eyes can't lie. Management from both sides declined to comment, but offered no rebuttal. Usually, if a rumor is too wild or unfounded, the agency will immediately dismiss it. But this time, silence. The silence reinforces the notion that a great truth may be under consideration. Netizens flooded social media with various theories. It's time. They fit right in from the start. Ji-young always looks sincere when she's with Eunwoo. What if Eunwoo says something about his future and Ji-young is surprised? I think he expressed love. Ji-young's reaction was different than usual. The sentence is too emotional for work matters. Public discussion is growing, and there is almost nothing of a negative nature. Many are actually supportive if the two really have a special relationship. Even international fans uploaded edit videos of the two reunions, making the hashtag Eunwoo Ji-young moment trending for 3 days in a row. But what caught the most attention was one moment accidentally caught on camera when the show ended. As Ji-young stands near the exit, Eunwoo approaches from behind and calls her name softly. Young turned his head, and the expression that appeared on his face was not the expression of a colleague greeting another colleague, but the expression of someone whose heart was full, confused, and touched. Eunwoo said something that didn't sound obvious, but the movement of his lips seemed to form a sentence. "Later we'll talk again." Young nodded slowly, then smiled a smile that made the public even more convinced that their conversation in the lounge was not an ordinary conversation. That night, Moon Ji-young uploaded a photo of the night sky with a short caption. "Sometimes, the truth arrives softly." Cha Eunwoo posted a photo of himself staring out the window with city lights behind him. The caption is even shorter. Finally, 2 posts, 2 words, but the world seemed to immediately understand everything. To this day, there is no official confirmation. There is no direct recognition. But Moon Ji-young's sentence, "Is that right, Cha Eunwoo? I can't believe it," already a part of a small history that shook the hearts of fans in the world of spotlight entertainment. Sometimes a single sentence is enough to express hundreds of unseen emotions. Longing, regret, courage, and maybe a love that finally finds its time. And the public is now just waiting. Is this just a conversation full of mysteries, or the beginning of a story that fans have only dreamed of?